What is going on, guys? Grave here. Welcome back to Battlefield 5. Today I'm going to have my critical review of the beta, the things that I don't like, the things that I hope get looked at and changed when the game is released. The beta did not change my opinion. I'll go ahead and get that out of the way to begin with. I really enjoyed the beta, but there were also some very annoying things going on as well. This is going to be a longer video than I usually make. I don't like making long videos. I don't want you guys to have to sit here and listen to me talk for a long time. But today I feel like I need to go a little bit more in depth and give you my thoughts on some of these things that I did not like in the Battlefield 5 beta. First of all, game length. Game length seems way too long to me. I think the ticket bleed, and I'm just talking about Conquest, I think the bleed of the tickets needs to be a bit faster. I have sat here and recorded many games that last 35, 40, 45 minutes, and I feel if a person does not have a lot of time to play during the week, only an hour or two a day maybe, you're not going to get very many games in an hour or two when a game takes 40 to 45 minutes to play. I think the ticket bleed needs to be a bit quicker. Also, a lot of visual bugs in the game, of course. I've come to just grips with DICE games always have bugs in it, especially Battlefield games. Every Battlefield beta I have played pretty much has bugs, and when the game is released, it still has bugs. Hopefully they just get these things worked out quickly after the game is released, because a lot of visual bugs just takes away from the looks of the game. The game looks very good, but when you have a lot of visual bugs going on, it just kind of takes away from that whole effect. Also, some other bugs that I did not like, of course, that went on during the beta that I was hoping might get fixed during the beta is the bug when you get healed and you cannot stand up, you can't revive on any of your characters. You can't, or other characters in the game, other characters in your squad. And to me, it was kind of annoying that you would just get stuck in that screen. Sometimes you could get out of it, but a lot of times you had to back out of the game, go back in, and that was just kind of annoying to get stuck in that revive bug screen. Also, the bleed out timer has got to go. I don't know if it's got to be the bleed out timer or the spawn timer after you bleed out. You sit there for 5, 6, 7 seconds and bleed out, then you sit there for 7 more seconds before you can spawn in. So you're sitting there a total of 15 to 20 seconds every time you die before you can get back into the action. And if you're new to the game, you're dying a lot, this is going to feel like you're in the menu waiting to spawn in more than you are playing. So either have the bleed out timer and allow people to spawn in immediately, or get rid of the bleed out timer altogether and just go with the 7-second respawn time. The next thing is the red dot sights. I think they are completely unusable in the game because they all have this horrible tint on them. And at long ranges or in dark areas of the map, you cannot see anything. I just think they should not even be in the game. If there is a reason, they say, I've heard a lot of people say, and of course this may not be all 100% the truth. For a lot of people talk, red dots were not a thing during World War II that were in mass production, so they did not want them to be something that everybody slaps on their weapon and they're just very easy, a very clear picture, something easy to use. They want it to be a little bit more challenging, whatever the case is. If that's the case, if you're going to tempt them that much, just don't even put them in the game, because to me, nobody's going to use them. The player upgrade system, a lot of people have opinions about this. Is pretty much what kind of what attachments used to do. There is no downside like attachments in Battlefield 4. Battlefield 3 had downsides. You might put a muzzle brake on a weapon, just to make an example. You put something on a weapon that gives you better first shot recoil or better vertical recoil, but it might give you worse hip spread. The upgrade system in this game has no downside, so you need to be using them. Everybody should be using them. But when the game has been out for a couple months, let's say you get the game on release, somebody buys it at Christmas, the person that buys it later on is going to be at disadvantage because they're going to have the same weapons, but you're going to be able to run around with all of these nice attachments or nice upgrades on your weapon that will make the weapon handle better, and they're going to be at a disadvantage until they get everything unlocked. And of course, a beta is a beta. Things unlock quicker in a beta because they want everybody to be able to test those and play with them. Real game time when the game comes out, these things will unlock slower probably. So hopefully they will figure out a way to maybe even give these upgrades some disadvantages as well as advantages. Everything does blend together. I know that's a big complaint. Now, I have played for several hours every single day since the early access of the beta started. I've gotten used to it, but still at times I do catch myself wondering, was that a teammate or was that a friendly or whatever the case is? Was that an enemy? Everything does blend. Without 3D spotting, it has changed the way the game plays a lot. It is a good thing. I like that there's a new learning curve to the game. I think games that come out yearly or every couple years and not a lot doesn't change, it makes it kind of boring. So I like a new learning curve, but I still think there needs to be some more visual indicators when getting shot, some more visual indicators of kind of how to pick out your friendlies or friendlies between enemies. I think visually The game still kind of blends. The HUD still kind of blends. Everything kind of blends at times. And it makes you have to really concentrate and eye strain on the game. And I think that could be fixed somehow. Hopefully it will. The new reviving and ammo system, I know a lot of people do not like it. It's not horrible. It is kind of counterintuitive to me sometimes when you get out in a field, you're fighting. You have to run back to the flag that you just capped to get ammo or health to turn around and go back to where you were going. And especially on the medic class, if you get in some longer to mid-range gunfights with those subs, you'll run out of ammo very quickly. So I think at least on some of these classes, they need at least one more clip of ammo, if not more. Only 8 base maps in the game, and this is going to kind of go with the first point that I made. Game length being long, and like I said, people may not have a lot of time to play. Well, if there's only 8 maps in the game, and you do not like all 8, and you're playing on some of these maps that you don't like, and the game lasts 45 minutes, I think it can make for game fatigue. I think it will make people not want to play as much. So hopefully we'll get some more maps quickly. I know they said there's going to be one come out in early next year, and this is going to kind of be like the system. I know a lot of you may not have played games before Battlefield 3, but there used to not be a season pass in Battlefield games, and certain maps, like 1 map or 2 maps, will come out every few months. So hopefully they will put out content quickly. I love the building. I love the new fortification system. I just think it's very clunky and think that needs to be looked at. I think the UI is horrible, that you have to go back out of game to get your weapon unlocks and check your assignments. If you're going to make me wait in the menu with a bleed out timer and then a 7-second respawn timer, at least let me be able to unlock my unlocks in the game screen and check my assignments as well. The V2 rocket bug, as you guys just saw, I was trying to call that thing in 3 or 4 times, and sometimes it just will not react to you calling it in. Maybe they will look at that. And also, I still have a bad feeling for people that play by themselves, that don't have friends to play with, that don't talk when they're in random squads. I feel that this game is very squad-based, very team-based, very communication-based. And if you're playing by yourself, you may not have a very enjoyable time. Anyway, guys, leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts about the beta, what you didn't like. And, of course, if you liked the video, hit the like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'll catch you next time. Peace.